Precious hearts of light, would you be our Aquarian advocates now and forevermore?
Yes.
Thank you for your assent to our request. For as the advocates of Aquarius, you add your voice, the vocation of your soul, the vocalization of your sacred throat center, to our cause célèbre, to our mission, to our holy work. Each of you as an advocate for the Aquarian way brings something beautiful into manifestation through your talents and gifts. For as an advocate, you are fully fused within the sanctity of the oversoul of this mission, which is to present to humanity opportunity to be victorious within one's own divine domain, through which the soul ascends to be one with the I Am presence. Our mission is great, for it involves all peoples and all cultures and all nations. And we have called many to serve at the altar through prayer, through sacrifice, through givingness, and through meditation upon the one eternal light that brings them into proximity with their source. And they are self-nurtured in that solar radiation, that holy joy field of oneness. And by assenting to the great work of this age, involving themselves in God's affairs, truly being employed by the Creator upon earth, they then bring aspects of the heaven world into play and into reality within the sphere of being. And joyfully, mindfully, exceptionally bright, they witness to all angelic intercessions and miracles of grace that comprise the greater field of how the seventh ray is manifest upon earth through the righteous ones. Yes, dearest hearts, long ago we foresaw this time of troubles. Saint Germain went to the lords of karma to secure a dispensation to release a greater action of the seventh ray, the teaching on the violet flame, and ordered that burdens may be transmuted, darkness consumed, evil actually annihilated or redeemed into light. And this is the antidote to all these troubles and problems that you see, the acceleration of light through the freedom flame itself, bringing to the soul respite from the ways of the unrighteous, bringing the heart hope for the future, bringing the mind into a crystal clear reality of divine thoughtfulness and understanding, where each one may know their source, the God within. Each one may feel the reality of this beingness of God's presence within and all around them. Each one may know the integration of all that is beautiful, divine, and holy within self. For all were created in the image and likeness of God immaculate in the beginning of their life. And so as life proceeds, it is best, do you think, dearest ones, to remain in that integrated state, mindful and conscious of who you are as a God-created one? When you feel the hopeful sense that all can be better, that all is moving in a cosmic stream toward divine resolution and reconciliation, then you become our advocates. You become one through whom the solutions to today's dilemmas are wielded and manifest for the victory. We see each of you as a beautiful soul, a spirit divine, holy, even within your incarnation within these matter planes of being. And as you solve the mysteries of life through alchemy taught by us, there is a newness that is manifest through your awareness. There is a precious feeling that begins to grow within your heart, suffusing itself all through your chakras, the cells of your being, where you know God intimately, where you feel the light radiantly, where all is progressing as God intended toward your ultimate destiny of perfect union with your source. Yes, dearest ones, as you advocate the higher walk with God, the higher way of the Aquarian ones, we will continue to come into your midst day after day, energizing and activating within your aura great light fields of joy and understanding, where raised up in your soul you may know more and more of your own godliness and that which God saw you as in the beginning. A child of the light, a star-fiery being, crystalline in nature, and moving in a stream of divine activity toward the ultimate perfectionment of your life stream within the crucible of God's universal being. Precious ones, each day is an opportunity to call to opportunity, to utilize your energies, your talents and gifts toward the singular purpose of planetary enlightenment, freedom, and the awakened spirit of love. We, Saint Germain and Portia, will nurture you again and again in these holy frequencies of the seventh ray aspect of God's rainbow being, wherein all the rays are manifest through your awareness in balance and in harmony, where your soul suffused in the oversoul of the starry presence of your I am reality, may enjoy life itself in the newness and the refreshing currents of the Holy Spirit's graces through every hour of your day's activity, through the joyful sense of living in your presence and in the presence of your holy brothers and sisters in that happiness state of the mindful Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of heaven. You see, dearest ones, you create your reality by and through your consciousness. And if your consciousness is wed to spirit, then the reality that you create is amazingly radiant and moving upward and onward, always into new ventures, new understandings, new dynamics of light and solar joy. Have you challenged yourself to be more of God to be more virtuous, to be more understanding each day, both of others and of self, in order that you can always feel that oneness state with all nature, all creation, and with God within and without? If you strive to maintain that state of oneness in the radiant field of beingness, then we will safeguard your soul in its original divine blueprint of being. We will wrap around you light energies that will protect you from the antagonistic and nihilistic energies floating around the atmosphere, projected by the unconscious ones who do not yet know God and God's infinite grace, beingness, and love. It is not up to you to judge any upon earth. It is your responsibility to be the light, and the light itself will deal with all darkness. The greater the light that you wield, the greater the action of sacred fire that consumes the shadow worlds of the dark ones. If you maintain the immensity and the brilliance of your solar presence blazing forth in its light energy field of holiness and purity, you can fear nothing, dearest ones. And through fearlessness and love, you conquer all through the grace of the Holy Spirit and the blessedness of your being one with the eternal. Yes, you may still undergo the initiations that life presents to you to balance the scales of divine justice for your life stream. Yet you may do this with great intention and joy, with reverence and understanding of all peoples, their situations, their initiations, their troubles, their problems, realizing that life consists of all beings everywhere, a teeming field of scintillating energies that God vouchsafed within every created one. And when you breathe in the breath of life of the Holy Spirit and breathe out consciously, you partake of the essence of all beings. In fact, a particle of every other being comes into you, into your very aura. You feel world pain. You feel all that is transpiring within all beings, dearest ones. And thus compassion grows within you. Understanding is nurtured. Wisdom progresses so that you can be a better and more gracious servitor unto humanity through all the workings of the Spirit in your life. You see, compassion is the need of the hour, understanding temperance in all things. And when you engage through these virtues in righteous living, we are there promoting you as you promote us, you see. We advocate who you are as a divine one through your work and service, placing the energies vouchsafed to you into action in the world of form, that we then highlight through angelic resources to accelerate your ability to move mountains, to heal the brokenhearted, and to give hope to many who in this hour seem that they can go no longer on in their life, and who are looking to something or someone to pull them out of the dregs of the darkness that they feel and know. Although you know that this is unreal in the greater sense, for them it is what they experience. So you may as well have greater compassion understanding, and peace within self, in order to nurture them even simply energetically and in somewhat of an impersonal way, and personally when you can and it is appropriate. Yes, dearest ones, the gentler way is the middle way. The gentler way nurtures the light field around every being through the presence of the Holy Spirit in everyone's midst. You do not have, saved for self, an edge on life above or beyond others, for you are one with the whole. And when you feel that wholeness, when you feel the integration of your being, your very nature with all of life, then you become the solution to every issue. Then, as an advocate for the Aquarian way and the Aquarian life, we may use you in ways great and small to bring that Aquarian knowledge, that Aquarian wisdom, that Aquarian truth unto the masses. As a whole, dearest ones, most of you are doing a wonderful job in this regard. Yet even our finest servants at times require a little bit more reformation, a little bit more transmutation, a little refinement of the ways and means in which they convey understanding through their voices, through their actions, through their feelings. If your feeling body and the thoughts that move through your consciousness are always sublime and wed to spirit, then what you emanate through your aura is clear, undefiled, and enriching to all souls. If at times you perceive that there are within you little rumblings and storms of a volatility that may indeed come from some place that is not perfect and holy within your own consciousness or deep within your unconscious or subconscious, then work assiduously to root out the causes and cores of these issues. Ask for guidance, ask for truth to be revealed unto you from within, so that assenting to the higher and more gentler way, you may move through your initiations with aplomb and the majesty of one whose mind and heart are upturned to God always, to be victorious over self, and to transmute, as you move through life, anything that assails your harmony, your peace, your divine stability. We give you these keys this day because we desire each one to be fully self-realized in God, self-nurtured in the light, resplendent in holiness, always attentive to the inner voice. And as you ascend daily in some way through graciousness and holiness, our angels of Aquarius will be with you to nurture you with that love, that Aquarian and Venusian love that you both deserve and that you draw forth from the heaven worlds through your harmonic state of being, through your kindness, your gentility, even the sweetness of your soul. You may surmise from our message this day that we have gone deeper and higher in assessing life upon earth in order to bring something more resplendent unto initiates of the sacred fire, disciples of all ascended master movements in this hour, to inspire them in the ways of divine righteousness toward complete self-fulfillment, and the freedom of their souls beyond this plane of being. Communing with heaven, you receive the keys to a victorious life upon earth. Remember this statement. Communing with heaven, you receive the keys to a victorious life upon earth. That is the way of God's sons and daughters in every age, dearest hearts. For when you wed yourself to Spirit, all becomes clear, and then life becomes serene, majestic, marvelous, even miraculous. Now an angel steps forth, an angel of the violet fire unto each one of you, to bless you and caress you with the power of cosmic transmutation. Release into the flame that each one presents unto you any burdens, cares, worries, concerns, problems, even physical illnesses or temporary ailments. Surrender them, if you would, to receive the grace of God and the miracle light of the seventh ray. For it may just be, dearest ones, that a burden that has been languishing in your subconscious or in your mind or heart for eons can finally be let go of, consumed, and no more burden you, if you would forgive self, other, and assent to this miracle light in your midst, this Aquarian fire brought by God through the agency of the Holy Spirit by this angel to bless you with its majestic and transmutative power. Breathe deeply now the violet fire frequencies and aromas into your soul, and let go in the out-breath all density, darkness, illusion, and Maya. Receive our graces and then extend them to others. In coming days, weeks, months, and years, and we will send you so that you may serve and bless them in the brightest and most miraculous ways. We are Saint Germain and Portia. Come on the 17th day of September, 2021, so near the autumn equinox, a time of harvest, a time of gathering of the fruits of one's labors, to self-realize through that harvest the graces of God, the blessings of the Spirit, through a new state of oneness, harmony, brother, sisterhood, and peace. As all men, women, and children live in the integrity of brother, sisterhood, so you will see the beginnings of the Aquarian cycle manifest in your lives and in the earth. So be it through the righteous ones, O God. So be it through these, your disciples, your holy ones. Thank you, dearest ones, for your attentiveness, your humility, your worthiness to be our servitors divine, our friends of light upon earth.